What is up, y'all? It is a hot day, but went out there, did my monthly chores, paid rent, came back home. I'm about to eat some nice food that my mom cooked for me. It's a nice day, and if you're not out there chilling, bro, and being yourself on the internet, I don't know what to say, brother. There's not going to be a lot of people that mess with you, but there will be some people who will say, "Yo, I look forward to your videos every day." You know what I mean? And sometimes I get those comments on YouTube saying I'm stupid or whatever it is. And then other times I get those comments saying, "Brother, I love your videos. Thank you." And I'm just like, wow, I am perplexed. My goal here as a content creator is not to impress everyone. Although I would love to, but that's not my goal because that would mean a lot of work and a lot of code switching. That would mean me reading off a script and trying to be super professional because, as we know, more professional work and B grade footage and all that stuff, or B roll footage, will get you more views. And I said this before, if you are ugly or dark skinned or whatever it is, people get face fatigue. They get tired of staring at your face and they want to click off the video. And it is what it is. It's something that they can't control. I understand that. What I would hope one day is that these videos become sort of like a podcast format, and people will listen to me on their second monitor on the side while they play video games, whatever it is, like a Twitch stream or whatever it is. That's how I personally view Twitch. I cannot just put someone on my screen. I have to do something while I'm watching them on my screen. I'm multitask, and that's a lot of dopamine that's always coming in. And sometimes it throws off my game because I'm like, bro, what did you just say? And I've been watching a lot of Asmongold. He be saying wild shit, bro. He be saying wild shit. So I had a post come up. I can't find the post on Twitter, but I had a post come up, and it was about some girl being mad at a guy. And the reason for it, why she was mad, is because the guy wasn't listening in the text messages. And the guy's argument was, he was saying, "I'm sorry, I'm busy." And the girl said, "No, no, 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 no. If I say something, you have to understand and know it. Because if you're busy, who else are you talking to? Right? Who else are you flirting with? Why are there so many people on your phone?" And I got to thinking, I'm like, damn, bro. So you have to deal with all this stuff, and then you got to deal with the girls' hormones and the PMSing and all that stuff. It's a hard game out there to be a man in the world of women. It's a hard game. I think there's more women than men in the world. It's a hard game. I just want to say to Apple, to Samsung, to Google, to Motorola, to whoever, please add this text message function. And hopefully it'd be cross-platform. Now, I'm not sure how it would work from iPhone to Android, but maybe in WhatsApp or something like that, right? Wherever you have your platform for text messaging or chatting. Add hearts. So when we play Mario, you know how Mario at the top of the screen has like 3, 4 hearts, and that's your lives. And when you finish all those hearts, when you get hurt too many times, you lose a heart, and then you lose a heart, and then you lose a heart, and then you lose a heart, and eventually it's game over. When I'm arguing with someone, I want to know when I'm walking on eggshells, and I would hope my wife, my girlfriend, my whoever, my spouse is transparent with me about their hormones and their periods and whatever that is. I want to have an ability in her system where she would give me X amount of lives. Now, some people control with it, you know what I mean? Some people can, it'll change the dynamic of a conversation for sure. She gave me one life, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god, do I even speak? Do I even speak in this conversation? I'm gonna be walking on eggshells the entire time. She gave me 10 lives. She's done her period, whatever it is, or 10 hearts, and I'm like, yes, we're good to go. We can be chill, we can be friends, we can be lovers, we can do great things, we can go outside. Bare things to do. Bare things, bare whatever. I probably lost the heart off that bare things. My bad, I slipped out. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So I want to have a gameplay type of interface when I'm texting my girl or just any person in general. And some people will really love this system. Some people will really hate the system. I personally would love this system. There's some people that get on my nerves, and I'm just like, fuck, bro. I really don't like what you said. I'll pop 2 hearts. One, two, pop 2 hearts, and they only have 1 heart left. And I would just say, bro, try it. Test your game. I'm a very cold person. I'm a Pisces man. We're very cold with it. When we cut someone off, it's very, very cold. We act like you don't exist anymore. There are days where we'll think about you. We'll reminisce. But other than that, it's a peaceful world, my brother. We are entangled with ourselves and our lovely soul, and we make our own world up, our own dream world. We live in the imagination and the dream world. And that's where I reside, in the abstract. You know what I mean? But a lot of people can't divulge or come into that. They need drugs or a lot of weed or whatever it is, and it is what it is, right? So imagine this: we're chilling in real life, we're smoking or whatever. I don't smoke anymore, but you're smoking, whatever it is, and your friend fucks up or he says something stupid, whatever it is. You just pop one balloon or pop one heart on their messages, and then see what they say. Most people, when it comes normalized, they won't even talk about it. They won't even talk about it. Other people will be very catty. They'll be very catty and they'll pop all your balloons and say, fuck you. I'm gonna do this shit first. I understand. There's people that play game. There's people that play games on this, but it has to be a two-way consent. You know what I mean? Um, I just want this little bit of a fun interface game thing to be there, and I think it'll shape conversations a bit. I think it'll make things a bit more funner, and it'll make men who are, a lot of us are man childs, but it'll make us more compassionate about the woman during her time of needs. It'll make us more friendlier, more serious, you know what I mean? More in that professional mindset, you know what I mean? More of a caretaker, a lover, you know what I mean? It's a small thing, and I want you guys to comment about what you think this can go. Now, there could be different types of things too. There can be different types of things. For example, in the far, far future, you know how we go with the iPhone games and it's like, bro, we can play chess or pool or whatever. We can do a little bit of a flash Pokemon battle. Just fuck it, we're just there to kill time. Flash Pokemon battle. Or we have Tamagotchis. Or something like Club Penguin. You know what I mean? The Club Penguin. Imagine this, right? There's so many group chats out there. And I'm not in any group chat. But it's you and your girl or you and your cousins or whatever. And you walk into this virtual world. And the people that are around you are all local. They're all local people around you. Now you can set it worldwide, you can set local. I set it on local. You can just walk into a random group chat and see what people are saying in that group chat, and it'll have your picture of your face. It'll have like where you, not where you exactly live, but the little bit of coordinates of like the general area. I live in Toronto, but that's not my exact address. You know what I'm saying? So I think people will have a lot of fun with this, and I think, it's a futuristic way of meeting people. They have Bumble Friends and all these apps, but these apps are so trash. These apps are not very good, and I stand by that shit. I don't care if they're gonna sponsor me in the future to change my mind or whatever it is. I don't like these apps. A lot of people, they code switch, which is basically they put on a fake face. You know when you go to work and you have like a business version of you, and then when you're with your high school friends or whoever it is, like your cousins, you have a different version of you that's always like drinking or smoking or fighting, play fighting, or just like a more funny character. That's what I mean. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And I notice a lot of people do that shit. They don't have genuine conversations. They have the same old conversations of how are you? How's school? How's work? What's this like? How's love life? How's this? How's that? Brother, it's in shambles, brother. We can talk about the UK. We can talk about politics. We can talk about many things going on in the world. But I want you to be active. I don't want you to be passive. I want you to be active and have passion. So when we meet up on a conversation, we'll be yelling, we'll be arguing, we'll be debating, we'll be talking. We'll have that energy there. We don't go to low vibrational conversations and just, oh brother, pass me the weed. Oh brother, pass me the lean. Oh brother, I can't wait to be dead. Oh, no, 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 none of that depressing shit, brother. None of that depressing and fake ass shit, bro. I seen Juice WRLD, right? Juice WRLD was on a plane and he overdosed, and there's footage of him constantly taking all these drugs, and he was surrounded by his supposed friends. They didn't warn him, they didn't stop him, they didn't yell at him, they didn't try to save him. They said, fuck it, bro. He's the boss. We're just gonna let shit go. He's paying us money, we're gonna let it slide. Fake friends, brother. Fake fucking friends. And then you had Juice WRLD's ex-girlfriend or whatever it is, or girlfriend, selling all of his belongings. And it's been a few years. She sold all his belongings in like an auction or whatever it was. And I'm just sitting there like, I don't want a relationship like that, and I don't want friendships like that. It'd be very traumatic for me. You know what I mean? I don't like that shit. So I hope, if I'm ever in a time of need, someone rises up to the challenge and yells at me, or not yelling at me, but like pages me, which is basically like trying to teach me a lesson about life. You know what I mean? So we have a lot of things to learn, a lot of things to talk about. We'll see how we're working. It's our first day of Twitter Premium Plus. We still have a lot of ways to go, a lot of ways to go. We'll see if the new followers like my face. I am a content creator. I am out here doing great, magnificent things, and the efforts of getting monetized. We have about 84 watch hours out of 4,000 watch hours that we need. It's gonna take at least 6, 7 months for us to get monetized on Twitter. I'll be surprised if we do it even sooner. I'll be very surprised. And I learned. The monetization rates for people that just do blogging content, not talking about finances and all that stuff, brother, it's like $60 to $80 per 12,000 views. I'll take it, brother. I'll take it. You know what I mean? I'll take that money. God bless, bro. Peace out. I also wanted to introduce an idea for Spotify. So I was talking to someone on Twitter and I said, bro, no one's bumping this dude, this, that, whatever. And this dude said, bro, this guy has Texas and Houston on lock. Or sorry, Dallas and Houston on lock. People are bumping and repping him. And then I'm like, okay. So I'm in Toronto. Like this artist not even like getting any relevancy over here. And I understand that. I'm a Toronto man. It is what it is. What I want on Spotify or YouTube Music or Apple Music is heat maps. Heat map will basically show you how many people are playing this guy's music, how frequent it's being played, and how trendy the song is in a certain area. And I know what songs to bump and what songs not to bump. You know what I mean? So and I can find local artists that are very local and are being bumped in my area frequently, and I can support them. So heat maps. I understand there's a lot of industrialization of Spotify and playlists and all that payola and shit. They want to bump artists that are authenticated, two-factor authenticated. But I'm more of a hood rat. I like people that are just up and coming. I was an up and coming artist. My music's on YouTube. I want to know. I want to see other people. You know what I mean? Music is unique. Music is talent. Music is love. Music is compassion. Music is nice to the ear. Production, all that stuff matters, bro. But I want to give people a chance. And sometimes people fall lovely onto my for you page, or they fall onto my YouTube homepage, and I just sit there and I'm like, bro, is this song gonna be worth the 3 minutes, or am I gonna be cringing for 3 minutes, or am I just gonna exit the video within 10 seconds? Sometimes I'll find really nice artists from algorithms, and I support, and I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. So I want to put that out there. Spotify and YouTube Music heat maps for Apple Music as well. And I want to see trendy people in my area. Thank you.